Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's the place that's been serving our community for close to a century. Our friends at Goodwill take us back to see how the company began.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Many of us in the Pacific Northwest know about Goodwill, but this man, Todd Wilson of Monmouth, Oregon, knows a bit more.
I always think of my grandparents when I walk into the store, especially the positive and caring employees, and I feel the spirit of my grandparents are there, and I think they would be amazed and very happy with the success of Goodwill today.
Todd is the grandson of Oregon Goodwill's founders, George and Bessie Todd.
My grandparents were a caring, jovial couple who believed in improving people's lives.
90 years ago, what was Oregon Goodwill and now Goodwill Industries of the Columbia Willamette opened. It was social innovator, Methodist minister Edgar Helms of Massachusetts who began what is Goodwill. He collected used household items from the wealthy, then hired and trained the unemployed to mend, repair, and sell. Many of his employees were immigrants, many older and some with physical disabilities. Under the slogan, "Not a charity, but a chance," this late 1800 system flourished. Hired and trained by Mr. Helms, George Todd moved with his wife Bessie and 2 daughters from tiny Fruitland, Idaho. A new territory of service in Portland, Oregon awaited. The first weekly payroll of $108 was paid to Oregon Goodwill's first 5 employees. Its first store was in downtown Portland on Southwest 1st and Taylor. In an area seemingly unchanged, employees knock on doors of the well-to-do in Portland's West Hills. The vision to serve more Oregon people grew as the good word spread and bags of donations multiplied. The payroll now included people who lost work in the Depression, people who others still saw as unskilled. The stores, a backdrop not only for an increasing employee base, became a destination for neighborhood families in need of inexpensive clothes, pots, pans, and furnishings. Oregon Goodwill grew.
After 7 years running Goodwill, my grandfather's failing health forced retirement. In a very unusual move for a woman in 1935, my grandmother, Bessie, took over.
For 17 years, executive Mrs. Todd indeed proved to be a strong leader. In 1952, her successor, Reverend Marion Smith, started a Pacific Northwest tradition spanning 60 years. The door-to-door one-day-a-year drive, Good Turn Day, is one many a Boy Scout of this area might still remember. During a time when donations tended to fall off, the boys provided the muscle and the East Portland Rotarians manned the drop-off locations on the first Saturday of every March. Then, in 1957, this executive of Goodwill presented a unique ask: in-store parking lots, a convenient way for the community to give. These collection boxes proved helpful in a time when donations were harder to come by. Goodwill training programs and much of the charity's payroll depended on revenue raised from the sale of donations. The following year, a new program of vocational evaluation and training for people with disabilities began in cooperation with the Oregon and Washington Division of Vocational Rehabilitation. In addition, Goodwill's Clerical Training School opened its doors, educating its students in accounting, computer, word processing, and data entry. With a visit or two from a 1960s Portland Rose Court, Goodwill's presence and mission gets amplified. In 1975, Goodwill's new leader, Elmer Beckett, replaced collection boxes to a standard seen today. Trailers, to be switched out when full, then replaced, reappeared where the boxes once were. Goodwill now offered more job training programs and new stores because this system increased donations greatly. Goodwill's current leader, Michael Miller, began in 1986 and continues to run today's Goodwill Industries of the Columbia Willamette. Through free English as a second language and employee career enhancement classes, Goodwill employees and community members benefit. Free to the public and employees, too, computer skill classes, and through Job Connection, a program to help the unemployed get employed. For persons with disability, an in-store job training program builds skills. For those who choose community work, full support comes from the Employment First program. Well over 100 Goodwill trucks travel to and from more than 100 donation sites. Goodwill's reach has grown. With a service territory population of 3.4 million people in Northwest Oregon and Southwest Washington. To reach shoppers at home in 2002, Goodwill opened its first online store, GoodwillBooks.com. To present its best treasures to a world of shoppers, today's Goodwill joined the Shop Goodwill platform in 2005. Under Mr. Miller's guidance, brick and mortar growth went from 7 stores to its present 51 locations, retail stores, outlets, and boutiques. Your eldest sister, Marilyn, any memories of Goodwill?
Yes, Marilyn remembers doll repair and shoe repair.
Oh, she told me you shopped as little kids at Goodwill all the time.
We still do.
Well, of course you do. Your grandparents.
For more information about Goodwill Industries of the Columbia Willamette, just head to our website at katu.com.